Complete each if and then statement to make it true. State your reason. Number 1. If angle A is equal to 35 degrees, then the answer will be the angle is acute. Remember that if an angle measures less than 90 degrees, it is an acute angle. Number 2. If angle C is equal to 180 degrees, then it is a straight line. A straight line has 180 degrees measure. Number 3, if the sides of a quadrilateral are all equal, when we say quadrilateral, it is a four-sided polygon, then it is a square, right? Kasi yung equal sides, lahat equal sides ng apat na four-sided polygon ay tinatawag nating square. Number 4, if the sum of 3 and 9 is an even number, then adding two odd numbers is always equal to an even number. So that will be the answer. And last, number 5, if 8 plus 1 is equal to 1 plus 8, then it is called commutative. Okay? So, pwede natin i-apply sa geometry ang logical reasoning. For your learning task 1 in week 5, here is the given example. So let me explain the given example. Then after I explain the example, you're going to answer the do this part of the activity sheet. Learning task 1. In the conditional statement, identify the hypothesis and the conclusion. Example number 1. If MJ is in grade 8, then he is 14 years old. As I told you, yung hypothesis usually yung first part. Then, second part naman yung conclusion. Pero tingnan nyo pa rin maigi at basahin nyo pa rin maigi. Kasi ang conclusion dapat, ito yung nagiging judgment from the hypothesis. So, MJ is in grade 8. That will be the hypothesis. He is 14 years old. That is your conclusion. Number 2, if it's cloudy, it will rain. It's cloudy. That's the hypothesis. Then your conclusion, it will rain. Diba? Ganun tayo. Kapag nakita natin, parang masyadong maulap ata sa labas. Siguro uulan. Siguro uulan. That is a conclusion. If you will sleep early, then you will wake up early. You will sleep early, that's hypothesis. You will wake up early, that's the conclusion. Oo nga naman, pag natulog ka ng maaga, gigising ka ng maaga. If an integer is divisible by 5, the last digit must be 0 or 5. So, an integer is divisible by 5. That is your hypothesis. Your conclusion, oo nga naman, dapat ang digit ay nagtatapos sa 0 at 5 para masabi natin siyang divisible by 5. And last, if the triangle is equilateral, it is equiangular. Ang lahat ng triangle na equilateral ay equiangular. The triangle is equilateral. That's the hypothesis. Your conclusion is, it is equiangular. It is also equiangular. Next, for your learning task 2, change the statements to an if and then or conditional statements. Identify the hypothesis and the conclusion. Example number 1, you pass grade 8, you will be in grade 9 next school year. This will be the if and then statement. If you pass grade 8, then you will be in grade 9 next school year. So nagdagan obvious naman na, di ba? Kung paano natin siya i-compose into if and then. Make sure na nag-start siya sa if, followed by then. In the middle, kailangan laging may comma before the word then. Our hypothesis here is you pass grade 8. Your conclusion will be you will be in grade 9 next school year. Number 2, an equilateral triangle is equiangular. So, parang nabigyan na itong given na to, no? If a triangle is equilateral, then it is equiangular. Our hypothesis here, a triangle is equilateral. The conclusion is, it is equiangular. All acute angles measures less than 90 degrees. Lahat naman talaga. If the angles are acute angles, ayan. If the angles are acute angles, hindi mo pwedeng sabing, if it is acute angle, hindi pwedeng ganon. Hindi rin pwedeng, if all acute angles measures less than 90 degrees, mauubusan ka na ng pang-hypothesis mo. So, if the angles are acute angles, then the measure is less than 90 degrees. Your hypothesis here is the angles are acute angles. Your conclusion will be the measure is less than 90 degrees. Number 4, circles with the same centers are concentric circles. Actually, this statement, you will encounter this lesson sa grade 10. So, medyo di pa kayo magiging familiar dyan. Pero at least naman madali naman siya intindihan. If circles have the same center, then they are concentric. So your hypothesis here is circles have the same center. Your conclusion is they are concentric. Okay? And last, number 5, the freezing point of temperature in degrees Celsius is 0. If the temperature in degrees Celsius, then the freezing point is 0. Diba? Your hypothesis, the temperature is in degrees Celsius. The conclusion is the freezing point is 0. Okay? Okay, next. Learning task 2B. Determine if the condition statement is true. If not, give a counter example. Example, the given. Number 1, if 3 points are coplanar, they belong to the same plane. So the answer is true. So if you search that on the internet, it will gives you a true statement, okay? This will be a true statement. If 3 points are coplanar, yeah, they belong to the same plane, of course. If you are tall, you are a basketball player. So, the answer is false. Hindi naman lahat ng matangkad ay basketball player. Siyempre, false. The tallest man in the world is not a basketball player. Number 3, if two planes have no point in common, they are parallel. That's true. Okay? Number 4, if you travel in other country, then you need a visa. False. Going to Hong Kong does not require visa. Hindi lahat ng country nagre-require ng visa. Number 5, if a figure is a triangle, then the angles are acute. False. Obtuse triangle, one angle is not acute. Okay po. Let's now proceed to the learning task 3 of week 5. Illustrate the following conditional statement in Venn diagram. So, using the Venn diagram, ilalagay natin yung mga word o yung tinutukoy na word sa bawat parts, hypothesis tsaka conclusion. Yung bigger circle, that will be the conclusion. Okay? And the hypothesis is the smaller circle. If it is rectangle, then it is quadrilateral. Rectangle will be on the smaller circle, while quadrilateral will be the larger circle. Why? Kasi napapaloob ang rectangle sa quadrilateral. Kasi marami tayong quadrilateral. May square, rectangle, rhombus, trapezoid. So, lahat sila ay under ng quadrilateral. If you play violin, then you are musician. So, under ng musician, ang mga violin, di ba? Hindi lang naman violin lang ang musician. Meron pa tayong singer, guitarist. Next, amphibian. If frogs live in water, then they are amphibians. So, amphibians ang frog. Lahat ng frog ay amphibian. Okay? Pero hindi lahat ng amphibian ay frog lang. Marami pang iba pa dyan. Number 4, if it is a fraction, then it is rational number. So, lahat ng rational number ay hindi lang fraction, ha? Ang fraction ay rational number, yes. Pero, other than fraction, meron tayong decimal and ano pa ba? Ratio. Yun ay mga rational number. Number 5, if it is an eagle, then it is a bird. So, syempre, ang eagle ay isang uri ng ibon. Okay? Or uri ng bird. So, hindi lang eagle ang bird. Okay, marami pang bird. Learning task 3B, interchange the conclusion and hypothesis. Will the resulting conditional statement true or false? Why? So, example, the given statement is, if it is an eagle, then it is a bird. Babalik ta rin daw natin. If it is a bird, then it is an eagle. The resulting statement is not true. Since not all birds are eagle, hindi naman lahat ng ibon ay eagle agad. Ano po? Next, if it is an equiangular, then it is equilateral. If it is equiangular, then it is equilateral. Pinagbaliktad natin, ano? The statement is true. All triangles that are equilateral are also equiangular. So, vice versa sila. True sila. If it is a rectangle, then it is quadrilateral. If it is quadrilateral, then it is rectangle. This statement is false since a trapezoid is also a quadrilateral, or any figure with 4 sides is a quadrilateral, katulad ng square. Hindi lang rectangle lahat ang quadrilateral. Okay? So, you're going to do your remaining learning tasks sa inyong activity sheet after this.